be the hottest year in history, scientists have recorded radical changes to the permafrost in Antarctica.
The Pandora virus, a so-called giant virus with the largest genome size ever recorded.
The crabs also display increased aggression, even towards larger predators.
A striking new weather anomaly has claimed many coastlines around the world. NASA is examining these clouds to figure out...
We've detected large amounts of an organic composite. So far, the sample doesn't match any of the DNA records we've compared it with.
We all saw it. Those creatures coming out of the sea on that oil rig.
The president has declared a national emergency.
It's obvious that what we're dealing with here is a biological weapon. As of today, we are at war.
It's taking their minds. I saw them walk right into the sea. Thousands of people. Thousands.
The mist is gone, but the city is dead. The roads are broken. You must join one of the havens. Do not attempt to survive on your own.
Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from Western Kentucky, and we are here with a slightly different screen in front of us. If you've been following along any of my series, you know Long War of the Chosen had been filling my need for a newish game experience as we wait for those tidbits and those bits of news about XCom 3. And then all of a sudden, look, Phoenix Point, it just had to come along. And I've gotten to the point where I can no longer ignore the itch. Decided to finally find a way to add this playthrough to the mix. I just decided I couldn't bypass, especially by the original XCOM creator, just couldn't pass it up for as much as I do enjoy both of the original modern versions of the XCOM game with Enemy Within and War of the Chosen, now Long War of the Chosen and Long War on the base game. So I decided it was time to jump in and give Phoenix Point a try. So let's get in here and start a new game and see where it starts us out. We're going to play on Legend. We're going to not do the tutorial mission. I messed with that just to get a basic feel for the controls and the game. So, you know, as is my history, plan on seeing a few misclicks along the way as we learn this game and try to figure out the right strategy to beat the game. So let's get on in there. See where we start on the map.
The Phoenix Project was founded on October 24th, 1945. The Second War to end all wars was over, but there were those who understood that we could no longer afford to think in terms of nations and empires. For a time, the Phoenix Project successfully navigated the political conflicts of its era. That was our golden age. Phoenix Project operatives scoured the world for clues. We had bases in 24 countries. Even the heavens were not off limits. But out there, on the far side of the moon, began our downfall. The failure of the Phoenix 2 mission exposed us to our enemies in the UN. Stripped of resources and scattered to the winds, we were reduced to a secret, a memory. When the Pandora virus woke up, we should have been the first line of defense. When huge clouds of mist appeared over the sea, when people started vanishing, we should have figured out what was going on. And when those people started coming back, changed, hostile, alien, we should have been ready to fight, but we failed. The ecosystem started to change, imperceptibly at first, then faster and faster. 3 factions arose. New Jericho, trying to restore order and purity. Sanhedrin, hoping to build a world without hierarchies. And the disciples of Anu, a new syncretic religion dedicated to adaptation and biological change. At war with the world, and at odds with each other, these factions cannot find a way forward. Now the mist is returning, and armies are rising from the sea. Without the Phoenix Project, humanity will fall. It's time to rise from the ashes.
Okay, here we are on the map, and let's see, it's looking like a North American start, kind of in an area where Mexico would be located. Although right away, having lived in California before, I noticed the Central Valley up here is a bit of a lake these days. So that's a little bit of a shift on the map. Looks like the Great Lakes are still the same over here. Moving down to South America, oh my, looks like we have a huge inlet where the Amazon forest should be, or in about that area. Another big inlet down below here. So there's some slight geographic adjustments to the map here in the future. But nothing major. We can still recognize the continents and everywhere where we are. In my tutorial, I started out more over on the big land mass over here, so we'll see if it makes a difference in the feel. Having a much smaller land mass to start on, we're going to be more directed, or have less options and directions to go if we want to spread out. So that's where we're starting. Our base is right in front of us. Let's take a look at this screen real quick before we move on. Up here in the upper left, we have our tech score, research or resource for building high-tech items. We need the tech for that. Currently we have it's not increasing. We also have a materials score of 400. That's also not increasing at the moment. It's a resource for general construction. And we have our food resource for feeding and hiring soldiers. Currently we're depleting our food at a -4 rate. So that's something we want to look at either via trading or finding resources on the map, etc., etc. Production capacity is 1. Research capacity, research labs is 1. We have 4 out of a possible 8 soldiers at this point. We have no vehicles right now. We do have 1 of 2 possible aircraft, and we have 15 storage capacity being used out of 200. So that's kind of the geoscape map here, and we are paused till we get everything set up initially here. If we take a look at our base down below, we're looking at, well, we got a fairly fleshed out base. Medical bay, the storage area, an access lift, energy generator, fabrication plant, satellite uplink, research lab, and living quarters. And a bay for our aircraft that's going to be getting us around. As far as what our options are to be able to build, we have just 5 options that we can afford right now. The fabrication plant doesn't have, we're short on tech for for all the ones we can't build. We're short on tech. Yep, that's exactly what we're short on. So my options really are wait till we get more tech to build what I want here, or spend what we can now and increase our food production. And I think I'll just go ahead and build some food production to get us started. That way we won't have to trade for food, even though we should be able to find some food resources on the map as we're searching around. It'd be nice not to be forced to have to trade for food once we start meeting the 3 other factions out there. We've got our personnel here, and before we really introduce ourselves to them, I'm going to pause here briefly, get in here and kind of personalize them with some names I'm going to start out the playthrough with. And this is where, if you are interested in getting your own name in here, you can leave me a comment down below. And we'll see if we can't get you added to the playthrough. Remember, I'm a small channel. It's easy to get your name in this playthrough. So hang on, I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back with the team we're going to be taking out. And we have as our heavy Keith, Caretaker Merle. He is the first one on board. And we got Alexis, Teach It Drag, as my sharpshooter, my sniper, whatever you want to call her. And we've got a couple of final soldiers. Trevor T-Bone Hertz is along as an assault, and so is Jeffrey Goldfish Drag along as an assault. We can take a look kind of at each one, give you an idea of how they're starting out with strength, willpower, speed, and then as we gain, we'll look at these closer as far as what what skills they'll be able to gain as they get some soldier experience points over here, skill points. But they all have various abilities that we'll be able to start with, and then they all have various equipment we're able to start with that we start the game with. Encumbrance up here from Keith, he's pretty encumbered because he is the heavy. He has the best armor in the game, but that heavy armor hurts his accuracy, hurts his stealth, hurts his speed. And he's got crappy aim with his powerful gun, but boy, when it hits, it can do some damage. So there's pluses and minuses to my heavy right now. We've got Alexis Teach It Drag. She's got much lighter armor, so we got to be wary of getting her caught in the front lines or right next to enemies. Her armor helps her accuracy, which is exactly what we want from our sniper. And let's see, as far as our two assaults that we have along, we have the basic armor that doesn't do plus or minus in any of those other categories. So that's kind of the basic armor equipment we're looking at. As far as Keith, I don't think he can afford to carry, because if we try to give him a med kit, the weight is 2 and he has 13 out of 14 encumbrance. So we doesn't look like, and we can't even give him some extra ammo to carry. But we can give him 1 grenade to carry in his ready to use slot. We have these 3 items that are all ready and able to be used at a moment's notice. Then we have other items that we can carry on our body that may take a turn to access, but then we can start using them. Alexis, we're gonna kind of see if we can't help you out. You can afford a little bit extra encumbrance, and we're going to give you a little extra ammo for that sniper rifle and a little extra ammo. We'll see if that works. And it leaves you 1 more, and that's too heavy for a med kit. And we do have the ability to give you a grenade, but since you aren't necessarily an up close kind of soldier, we're not gonna equip that with you. Trevor, we got you here, and it looks like we can give you a little extra ammo over here without hurting your encumbrance. You already have a grenade. We're going to see if we can't give you one of the med kits. You're probably going to be one of our more frontline troops here. And in fact, we'll see. We can give you 1 more ammo. Let's slide that up there. So you're fully encumbered. And then finally we got Jeffrey Goldfish Drag over here. Let's see if we can't give him also the last med kit and give him a couple more bits of ammo to get him fully encumbered. Okay, so that is the team. We've got ourselves decked out to get out there on the map. And one other area now we need to look at is over here in research down on the bottom. And when we start out, we just got 1 atmospheric analysis. And so we're going to get that researching. It's a short 6-hour research time. Boy, our researchers are good. 6 whole hours. And that's about it. Manufacturing wise, we have the ability to build more armor. At this point, I'm not going to move ahead with any construction there. We don't have the resources to build any more of our vehicles, and equipment wise, we probably will start. Let's see, certain ones are instant builds once you spend the resources for them, and that's med kits and ammo. The Firebird magazine for the sniper rifle, the Cypher, the magazine for the pistol that the sniper carries. Hellgun ammo is instant, and the assault rifle ammo is instant. Everything else takes some amount of time to build. With that in mind, I'm going to build a couple more grenades because I want to at least have those in reserve. Unlike once these are used, they're gone, so you got to have some in reserve. So I think we'll build up a few grenades along, just so we have a few. We can afford it right there. And then I think I want to look at maybe a med kit or 2 extra, just in case we get ourselves in a sticky situation. Already our tech is down to 31 as we build a few of these things. So we got a couple extra med kits now, and we'll hold off on the magazines since we are starting with some of the magazines for ammo on our weapons, and we'll look at building more as we get out there. So let's get back to the geoscape. And as far as in our base, we have a couple, well, we can go into the base info that we've already looked at, but we can start an area scan, and what that'll do is it'll slowly be spreading out over time, and it'll, if there's any other unhidden or hidden question mark areas that we need to explore, it will find those. So let's start an area scan and head off to our first location here that we're going to scout out. And there we go, the Fire Within. At the Disciples of Anu Haven of mutated worm infestation is causing serious problems. The locals had placed their hopes in Taxiarch Nergal, the Disciples' greatest military hero, but Nergal is said to be fighting a series of pitched battles against the Pandorans and has been unable to help. We could eradicate the infestation ourselves, helping the Haven and creating a good first impression with this faction. Well, that's an option, but I think right off the start, we need to get a little experience under our belts before we get into some of these more difficult missions, and some of these ones I'm hearing with some of the factions can be a little more challenging for our starting crew, so it'd be nice to get a little more experience and maybe some promotions under our belt. So we'll keep that in our back pocket. Let's head off to our next area to explore. And as you can see, as time goes by, this green circle right here in the center is slowly expanding to find out if we see any more exploration sites.
Research complete.
So we finished our first amount of research. The Global Mist Monitoring System is now available. Let's go assign some new research. And I think what I'm going to do, we've already met one of our 3 factions, and I'm going to get going the Haven recruitment protocol. So if we end up having an opportunity to be able to recruit, we can get ready to start doing that, because we definitely don't want to be going through this with just 4 soldiers the whole way. So let's research that one first. And now we can go back in here and explore. See what we find. Okay, we got another haven. The haven of Sabatha, another Disciples of Anu haven that we've found. So far it looks like we are in the zone for the Disciples of Anu, and we'll see if we can find any other factions here. Let's keep moving. Okay, we got our first mission coming up. How nice and convenient. The threat level is low. The light level, it's going to be in the daytime, and our enemy will be the Pandorans. All those mutated Pandorans are coming from the sea. So let's get in here and see what kind of resources we get to go for. And we got our team right here. This warning, this yellow warning, is just telling me that we don't have all of our ready slots being used, but we're encumbered down on all our soldiers at the moment, so we're not going to go in and make any adjustments at this time. Let's just get in there with our squad and see if we can gain some more, well, ideally some more tech. That's what we're the lowest on up here at 21, and we're down to 102 materials. So those are the things we need the most, tech and materials. Okay, here we are to the little tactical map here we got going, and we zoom all the way out, and we're going to see several things I'm spotting on the map here. These crates over here, these are the crates right here. This one happens to be a crate that will give us technical. We have a crate over here that'll give us materials. Where did I see some more? Another crate for tech. We got a little box here. This is not one of the crates we're looking to save, but if we did happen to get up to this box, this is one thing I had brief experience with. We can open up and there's goodies inside that we could actually take out. Could be ammo clips, grenades, you know, you name it. It's just kind of a grab bag of stuff, and I believe at the end of the mission, should we succeed and the box not get destroyed, we would automatically get what's in that box, I think. So I think that's the way it worked. These little white areas where we got the white beams of light coming out from the ground, if we move a character in there, they gain some willpower. So I think right when we loaded, I saw, yeah, down inside this room over here, we have an area. And I don't know if the size of the white box means more willpower or not, or what. I just know that when you go in those areas, you gain back some willpower. So we'll have to kind of keep our eyes open to see if the size of the box matters. Does size matter? And here we go into here, and then back over here we got a couple more crates. So it looks like there's usually about 5 crates, and that's about what I see here. I see some tech and some materials also in the back. Unless enemies come in from the back, I have more confidence to be able to secure these 2 in the back than I do about any farther out, especially this one. And why do I say that? Well, guess what? We have our first alien from the sea creature visible already on the map. I guarantee you there will be more, but let's see what this one is. It's a Triton, part of the Triton class of aliens. And what abilities? Blood-sucking arm. Has to be, that looks like it has to be right next to you, so it's a short range melee kind of thing. But of course he also is equipped with an assault rifle, so this guy looks a little odd. Well, dang it. And he's able to regenerate, restore 10 hit points to all body parts each turn. So I really got to make sure I focus on these Tritons to knock them out, or they'll just go ahead and regenerate if I ignore them long enough. So that's not an ideal enemy by any means that we have to deal with. And for all I know, he might be in range of that box even from where he's standing. Who knows? If we're lucky, he'll move forward and try to suck the blood out of it or something with his vampiric arm. So that's our setup. Let's take a look at where we want to move and where our soldiers are starting from. Our starting points with soldiers, we don't have line of sight, we don't have line of sight, we don't have so nobody has existing line of sight on the enemy based on where we are right now. Jeffrey, my assaults, you and T-Bone are going to be the ones I'm going to be in the habit of using as my scouts eventually, because I've got as far as getting the first promotion on you guys, or your kind of class. And one of the first perks we can get is one called Dash, where we can use willpower to do a dash move that counts as nothing against us. So it gives us, these guys potentially have some nice range. And when we're moving and figuring out where to move, we kind of have the blue move, yellow move kind of thing going for us. So in fact, this bar right under the square there, that tells me how many movement points I'll have left out of my 4 if I'm only moved there. If I move up here, I will have just a little over a hair over 2 movement points left. Here I'll have a hair less than 2 movement points, or just exactly 2 movement points, so I'd barely be able to shoot from there. And that line kind of arrowing out from the box is telling me I would have vision at that point on an alien back there. Probably the one I can see. Problem is I'd be standing out in the open, and if I can see him and shoot him, guess what? Me standing out in the open, I could get shot right back. So may not be the best place to move, even though I would get a shot. Looking around, we have this nice flammable gas tank here. I have a feeling we don't want to be anywhere near. In fact, I don't even know exactly how far the blast radius is. All I know is if I was right next to it, I'm probably not going to look good if that thing explodes. So we'll try steering clear of the flammable gas if that's at all possible. I'm not sure if which other things, if like these electrical boxes here, it says caution on them, so I'm wondering how flammable those are. I'm wondering is flammable liquids kept in these barrels So there's lots of stuff around here that I have my doubts about using for cover, but we'll find out. There are lots of little random barrels around the way. But those probably won't also be my first choice of cover. And there's a whole group of 5 barrels over here. They look old enough, they should be empty anyway, right? So there should be no liquids inside them, but I'm sure that's not the way it's going to play. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I need to give up these 2 boxes in the front, since that's where I know some aliens are coming from, and maybe I need to set up my defenses around these boxes in the back and see if I'm able to defend them somehow. That's kind of my initial thought process that I've come up with. So I'm going to start out. I'm going to get you over here, Jeffrey, to take our first peek, see if we see any other visitors. I can get you up to the roof. It looks like the only way up to the roof here is in a ladder way in the back. But let's get you up here to take a first look. What kind of look and what else? We only still see the one guy, and he's kind of blocked. He's not in our vision really. Alexis, how far can you get, and can we get you better position since we don't see anything from where we are now? I'm wondering, is this a decent spot for a sniper? Nope, there's actually no vision of the alien in the back. I'm wondering, I'm kind of hesitant putting any of my soldiers near anything barrelly or flammably. So, except the range of my sniper is not the best. Maybe my sniper could move here and it'd still leave me a tick for some pistol work. That wouldn't even leave me any room for any pistol work. I think I'm going to try Alexis bringing you up to this corner spot. It doesn't give you vision right away on this guy, but he won't be, perhaps won't be static, and maybe we'll have a chance to get a shot out on him if he moves. Oh, look at that wiggle in your move, Alexis. The animation on making you run is very swishy. Now what is this? Oh, we got sight of some more aliens here. What? I didn't even notice that. All of a sudden I'm going, wait, who do I see? Who do I see? We have the initial Triton that we didn't see before. We have a new Triton over here, and we have whatever. Oh, we got to go take a look at what this dude is over here. Let's take a look. It's an Arthron in the back, and what is this Arthron able to do? We've got, let's see, a machine gun. That sounds, I'm going to guess that it's not a super, it's kind of like my big old heavy weapon. I'm hoping it's not the most accurate in the world, but it probably does some damage when it hits. That's what I'm guessing. He has, oh, they carry a shield. Does that mean it only costs one hand, or is the machine gun part of his body? Because apparently he's not having to carry it at all, so that's probably like an arm or something, since he doesn't have to carry it. Ugh, how bizarre. And then we've got us, oh gosh, so this guy, once again, we have short range and long range. So these guys, the Arthron is, in his current build, looks like a handful to deal with, and the Triton looks like a handful to deal with, and that's what we get to deal with, is a handful. Jeez, oh Pete. Now let's see if we can get some others in position to maybe have some usefulness here. I'm almost thinking from that position, no, you only have one shot from that position. I'm thinking I may forego being able to put you on Overwatch, because I don't know if I like, although from here you could potentially have an Overwatch shot that could help us out. So Trevor, why don't we bring you up to this spot, and maybe we can get you on Overwatch at least, the same as what I'm thinking of doing on Jeffrey. And then I got to come up with some kind of a position with your whopping movement here, Keith. Let's see if we got better location we can put you. Somehow protect. No, I don't want to put you by the barrels. I learned from another playthrough. If it looks like it could explode, it probably can. And if it looks solid, it probably can be shot away. There are a few things that maybe don't break down as much as others, but my experience is don't trust anything. That's about all I can say. Trying to figure the best spot I might be able to fly you out of that would give me some angles. And definitely we'd have some potential shots going forward and lines of sights. Of course, none of those shots would be this turn. And I'm wondering if he's shooting at this, well, if I put myself there, I may be prone to some stray bullets. So let's move out of the way and put you and fly you not just to the moon, but behind this rock right here. So this is where we're gonna jetpack you over. Ha ha ha, just looks like fun, doesn't it? Woo! And that pretty much exhausts your movement, Keith. Hope you enjoyed your flight. And I don't know that I have any really good shots from here, even though he's in... Oh yeah. Nope. I ain't going to be hitting that. You're too far away. So you can tell when you take shots, there's no percentage you're given, and this is probably like a one of those 5% kind of shots or less. It's kind of abstracted with these circles. So if I was, say, at closer range, this circle, two circle groups would be much smaller. The inner circle and the outer circle. The inner circle, your bullets have a 50% chance of going there, and the outer circle, your bullets have a 50% chance of going in the outer circle. This particular assault, each clip has 6 bullets and they're all fired randomly, so if one hits the target, the other 5 may not. So they all have their own pathing. Each bullet takes its own path when you have more than one bullet per clip. So this is not an effective use of my action. The odds that I will hit, because he's behind this rock right here, that's why I have limited sight on the alien there. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is set up Overwatch, and what kind of a shot do you have? You have sight on the guy way in the back. Let's just double check, since this is all new. Oh, through the window you can see an arm sticking out and a machine gun. And the range is so far, the circles are so big. So I think what is more to my benefit is setting up some kind of Overwatch, because I am figuring they're going to target in on this tech box right there. So let's see. Let's try and show you the Overwatch mechanic. Now when you pick your Overwatch, you can set your own direction that you want the Overwatch to go, and you can control the width of the Overwatch and the length of the Overwatch. And I'm thinking we got this guy here who could be moving up, and then we got this guy here who could be moving up. And is that other guy even close enough? No, he's so far back he couldn't get close enough, I don't think, in one turn anyway. So I'm thinking that what we want to do, and maybe I might want to widen this out. Yeah, just in case that guy on the left moves, and if the guy on the other side moves, I don't know if he's in range now. Now, more than likely he'd come to one or the other side of this rock. So I'm going to line it up to the rock and over here and set up my Overwatch in this kind of a cone. And there we go. Position. And I think I'm probably, unless I have some new lines or angles that I'm not aware of, probably going to do a similar thing and just have 2 Overwatches kind of overlapping. I think we'll widen this out a little bit also. Yeah, we'll kind of do it this way. 2 cones Overwatch. You don't have any movement points left, Keith. Let's end our turn and see. In fact, let's back out so we can better see the map and see what's going on. So let's go and see what the aliens do on their turn. Ooh. So we got more of those, whatever they call Ooh, that's a different one over there too. Got to take a look at that one. So they're moving on some other boxes, and we can't even see him right now, apparently. All of a sudden we've lost sight on that guy. Or he has the ability to do something I'm not aware of. I don't know. No, those Guys kind of crawl along the ground. Ooh, Overwatch, Overwatch, Overwatch. Nice, 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 nice. Overwatch, Overwatch, Overwatch. Oh, we didn't kill him, but boy, did we put some hurt on him. Oof, my goodness. I think that box is not long for this world. Okay, and we got them moving in. They're moving in all over the friggin' place. Who do you have shots on, Alexis? Ooh, you might have a nice shot over there. Let's take a look and find out. Not as nice of a shot as I might have thought. We don't want to hit the shield. We have 50-50 to be able to do good damage on the head. And we have it's kind of that same 50-50 to be able to do damage on the leg. So we might as well, let's see, removes the ability to spit poison at least if we hit the head. And that just makes it bleed. Why don't we, since we looks like we got similar chances to hit, I'm going to go for that 50-50 shot on the head and see if we can't keep this guy from spitting anymore and maybe start him bleeding out. So let's take a shot. Alexis, come on, let's teach it to this guy. Let's teach it to the Arthron. You're being too nice, teacher. Not like the other playthrough where all I had to say was teach it and you would teach it. I think what we'll do is we'll do a little pistol overwatch maybe. Just to keep them honest and potentially not moving towards us. And go for the boxes instead. So let's do a little pistol overwatch with your last move. Now we got to figure out who else we want to take some shots with. Oh, here's the new one that we got to be aware of. What kind of info do we got in? Oh, this is the mind control guy. Okay, I've seen this guy earlier. What he does is he has that little flower pod that's kind of wiggling around on his face. It opens up and he gets close enough, it jumps off his body and attaches to one's face to work on the mind control. And the only way to get it off is to have to shoot it off, you know, a la Seeker. But there's also a chance if your aim isn't good enough, you're going to hit the soldier. So that's the bad thing. Unlike XCom, you can hit the soldier while you're trying to do a favor and get that thing off of us. I'm wondering, I don't really have a shot on him, and yet I think he's close enough to do mind control. But if we're all in this range here, we should be close enough to be able to take a shot on that thing also, I would hope. Let's see, what kind of shot do you have available? I wonder, Keith, if you'd be close enough to be able to... Yeah, you look at your crappy range thing. Oh, geez, the odds of you being able to get a hit are less than 50-50 on this. But it's about the only best shot you're probably going to have, because this is the closest enemy to you. So the good thing is if you do get lucky and somehow hit, you very well may take it down with one shot. So that's how powerful your weapon is, but that's how bad your aim is. So Keith, this is your initiation right here. Come through for us, unlike Alexis. Well, you did a nice number on the building. Way to go. Oh, Jesus. We are not in shining form here, are we? Okay, you injured his arm a little bit, so I guess you did take his arm off. Okay, so you did some damage. Just wasn't on the center mass like we were hoping. You did take his arm off. He is bleeding. That's a good thing. Now the other question is, I've got a couple targets I want to be able to hit, and I'd love to be able to take out a Triton right here. Are you the one to be able to do that for me, Jeffrey? I'm afraid I don't have a way to get this guy over here, and I'm afraid we're going to have to deal with potential mind control and having him moving up, because I have a feeling he's in enough range to be able to get close enough to get that suction action going. Let's try a little targeting over here and seeing. Yeah, we have decent chances to hit. And even in the outer range, we can hit legs and arms. So I think we're going to try focusing in. The thing is, yeah, let's I have as much as chance to hit the gun as anything, but this is where we're gonna aim and center. Let's do it, Jeffrey. Took him out. Way to go. Took him out. Now we have one more alien we have a shot on, and we can get a fairly centered shot. This one seems to have the most in target range. We're centering on the arm, but we got legs in there. We got torsos in there. Let's see if you can finish them off, Jeffrey. Oh, we got some damage. Didn't quite take him out. Didn't quite take him out, but you have one more shot available, I believe. No, that was your second shot. Who do you have shots on? It's the same guy. We'll see if you can finish him off, Trevor. Let's see if we can finish him off. What kind of aim do you have? Oh, not looking good to finish him off. Not looking good. We're going to try with your shot, and I think my plan with you is then going to be... Well, his arm is definitely hurting, that's for dang sure. We're going to center right here, hope we get lucky, and that's what it's going to take is luck. Ooh, did we? We took him out. We took him out. So we're down to 1, 2, 3 that we can see. What I'm going to do now with your remaining shot is I'm going to set up a little Overwatch against that little mind sucker. Let's see if we can protect ourselves. I want to make that cone very, very wide is what I want to do. I want to expand it out wide and probably go out to about this kind of range, seeing if we can pick him up. I'm thinking he's going to have to come this close on one or the other side of the flammable gas. So let's, to be able to get the mind control on me, so let's see if this will work for us. And cross our fingers. We have no actions left there, and that's it. So time to zoom out so we can see what happens if those 3 on the right, if they're going to go against that crate like I think, maybe, or are they going to go against you, Keith? Are they going to make a move on you? We'll find out. And then we also have a couple aliens on the left. 3 on the right, 2 on the left. Let's see what they do. Going for the crate. Ooh, he's doing an up close attack. Pincer, pincer. Suck the blood out of that crate. Hope you get some. Whoa, he missed. Go ahead and miss again. I'd be happy if you miss. Now he put his shield up. Well, that crate didn't have the same kind of luck. Are we going to gain vision of him as he moves forward? No, he's still out of sight. I don't remember any kind of hidden or chameleon ability over there, but he's acting like he's... Oh! And that... not liking that machine gun that he has. It sprayed targets all over. So you're right, it wasn't super accurate, but I happened to have 2 soldiers in proximity to each other that became a target. And that other little mind sucker never made an appearance. I'm surprised at that. Now I got to worry about him in the back of my mind too. I'm wondering if I can do this. If I can fire over here. If I got range of fire, I want to go just, if I can go just to the left, maybe I can shoot apart that wall with that little opening in it that he's taking advantage of. Nah, it's a tight... That's kind of a tight... I'm still going to try to hit through there. See if I can't knock out that wall and open up a shot against him. Oh, didn't quite. I knocked some stuff down but didn't quite break through. So the crate has some damage, but so does he. So he was hitting the crate, but he also, I think, hit the other guy. So I'm fine with him doing that kind of shot. What else? What have we got? Do we have a target now all of a sudden? Oh, he broke enough through. Let's get the sniper rifle back in play. Of course, that's a shield shot, but I have a good shot, a good potential against the arm here. And I think that's what I want to go for, is the arm. Now, you kind of let me down on the last shot. Alexis, let's see if you can come back in this Arthron arm shot, the AA shot.
Took one down.
Oh, you took it down, baby. What a great job.
Yes.
What a great job. I'm thinking if I come out here, no, it's telling me I can't see over there.
I'm here.
He's invisible. Invisible, invisible, invisible. And I don't know that my grenade, if I chose to do it, would have the range over there.
Good idea.
I would be moving forward about that distance. Is it about, and it's close to being that distance more. So what I'm going to try is taking a risk in my mind, because I could, well, they're busy again. Both of those guys are busy against that crate in there. Let's count on them staying busy on that crate. Let's move against this little rock over here, see if I'm close enough. If I don't want to move any closer to that flammable thing. And if I don't kill him, I don't want to be in a flank shot. So let's at least take this little rock cover. It's something. What? Yeah, this is where I wanted to go. What do you, oh, enemy spotted. I can see him now. I see what you're saying. I still want to go over here, and I'm going to try a little grenade action.
Let's go. Targets detected.
Who do we see? Oh, I got range all the way back to those guys too, so that's probably not good being flanked, but hopefully they can't move through and get a closer up shot, and they're going to be distracted by that. Oh wait, I got him in range of an explosive. Let's see how much damage it'll do. It's telling me it wouldn't do much damage. So maybe, let's see. Oh, he's not, I don't have a shot. Oh, let's do this. There we go. Gotta learn all the little things here on this game. We're gonna center the head right in there. I think I have a better chance of doing damage with the center shot here. Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. That was nice. Now, Alexis, all you got left is a pistol. Who else do I have left? Not much. I think everybody else has... Oh, wait. I got a potential shot right here, too. I'm thinking I may move over here with you, T-Bone. See if we can't finish off that Triton back there.
On my way. On it.
Not as sure of a thing, but hopefully we can get enough hits on that head and just wear him out. Oh no, I saw a lot of those bullets miss. Unfortunately, saw a lot of those bullets miss. And I think maybe the only thing I have left to potentially do is a little pistol overwatch. And let's kind of narrow down that focus to right through there. That's what I'm thinking. If any of these move through that little cone of an area, maybe I'll be able to pick them up with the pistol. It's pretty big distance, so odds are not, but let's discourage them from coming through that opening and trying to flank us.
I'm on Overwatch.
And looks like that is about it. Aliens, let me zoom out and see what you're gonna do. Still got that dang little mind control guy out there. Oh, he's moving forward. Oh no, he's gonna go against the box. Just what I was thinking. That only gave him one shot. So the box still survives. Where'd the other guy over there go? And this guy's moving towards us. Oh no, we got a... Oh no, he's in range. Oh. And we got a mind guy right here. Boom. There goes my sniper out of action. Boy, not looking awesome and great. Now he's regenerated already. So let's go right here.
This better work.
Yeah, oh, I can definitely target you, can't I? In fact, we can take out your head and just get it over with. Boom, that ought to be nothing.
Enemy still active.
Oh, and he's still standing. Barely, look at that, 2 little ticky hit points. So that means I gotta go ahead and waste the ammo on him just to get rid of him, but I need him gone.
Is it dead?
Yeah, the first bullet did it. Hey, you're not in range there, and I can get a line of sight over here, but he's got his shield mounted up, so that's not good. I definitely can take an action that'll get the mind control off of you, but it won't keep you from getting flanked, Alexis.
Moving.
So you might have gotten a stray shot on you. I don't know. I can't remember what your health was before this. And Jeffrey, I can't keep you from getting flanked either. About all I can hope for is that by moving you up, that's probably not much of a shot, by moving you up, that somehow your inaccurate weapon can do the job. That's about my only hope here. Is a shield enough to protect this guy? We're going to center right in there and cross our fingers. Oh, even the shield's not enough for the heavy. Okay, I think we're now down to just this one guy that's just out of sight. That I think that crate is gone now, so he's going to be coming for us. And I don't think I have anybody available to put on Overwatch. And so let's zoom out, take the turn, see how he moves, and see if we can survive this turn. He can easily flank you, Jeffrey. I mean, Keith. Boy, am I mixing up names big time. There he comes into sight, and he's moving towards us. Is he going to take a distance shot? Looks like he's going to shoot. Oh, and we're hurting big time. We are hurting big time. We need to see if you can do some damage. Let's find out. Do you have the ability to... it says you don't see him, but can you take out? Or is that... it looks like cement, so it looks like the odds of you being able to take that out are not great. I'm thinking if I move a little farther forward, maybe we can get the grenade thing going. And you can help us that way. Since this is the last alien, I'm feeling like maybe we can try this out. And let's see how far you can heave that grenade. Nice little bit of damage. We got him bleeding. His body's hurting. His legs are hurting. Now we've got you a bit... oh, you're out of ammo. We gotta pay to reload you. Let's see what your ammo situation is. You seem to be fine, Trevor. Let's see what kind of an aim we got over here. Now he's behind the wall. We're gonna try... you got 2 shots to keep going on his head. Let's see if we can get some hits on it. We got a little bit of hitting. Not a lot. Disabled the head. Whoops, I don't want to do that. I want to take a shot. So let's fire. And you don't have a shot from where you are? That's just ridiculous. I think you do. It's not a great shot. Oh, that's your pistol. I have done that more than I care to count. Let's see if we can target with the sniper rifle. Be a little more accurate.
That was
and
a kill.
We were. Not pretty, folks, but we're getting used to this game, that is for sure. So we at least came out alive. We can always get healed up. I guess the injuries aren't as bad as oh, that's the experience meters. I take that back. So we'll see how bad the injuries are. We got experience by killing all the enemies. We got 4 out of 6 crates, better than I expected, and general mission experience. And then we got pool skill points that everybody can use. And not a lot of skill exhibited on that mission with only 2 skill points going. Let's get back to the geoscape, see what loot we got. All right, we got 100 tech. Of course, that's what we needed the most of, but we got the least of it, and we got 300 materials. That's not bad. And from the crate, we got an extra med kit, and we got a new assault rifle. So that's kind of cool. Looks like a damaged assault rifle, so hopefully we can fix it up. But with that in mind, I think we're kind of at a decent time frame for the first mission. We've had a little experience on the tactical and the geoscape. We've kind of been exposed to the game, and our health meter, if you look down here, our health meter on Jeffrey Goldfish, he was hurting big time. And then it looks like Alexis only had a minor hit down here, the sharpshooter. The bottom line is our stamina, which actually is okay. It's the health that I'm thinking we might need to spend a little time to repair. Or I might even play the game of, that's probably a little too risky though, dropping off one of the soldiers and going back out with 3. So I have a feeling we may spend a little time back at the base when we continue this episode. But thank you for watching. And also this red spot, when we got our research done, when we're almost going with our Haven recruitment protocols now, but our first research, I failed to go back and notice or point out that we now can see where the mists are on the planet, and at least on the US, on this hemisphere. I don't know if we can see, yeah, we kind of get some idea of where the mists are around the globe, and right now it's here in the US and way far away from us that we've got the mist working. So that's what that our research has opened up for us. So anyway, thank you for watching. I sure do appreciate it. This is ZigZagZog signing off from Western Kentucky. Please shoot me a like. I sure would appreciate that on the first mission or the first episode of a series. I'd appreciate any like you can give me. And you all have a wonderful day. Thank you.